Okay. It is 4:28. Let me go ahead and show you what is in dispute here. This is notice of public hearing. Notice is given that a public hearing will be held by the Board of Aldermen of the City of Granby at 6:30 p.m. on February 27th concerning placement of a mobile home, published in the Newton County News. And that's fine. It's a public record. But they decided, I guess they thought that I would use that against them, and they are absolutely correct. Now, the smartest thing to do is just simply obey not only the letter of the law, but the spirit of the law. In fact, there's a case here, there's case law precedent, that they play the games that they play. That just indicates, well, essentially proactive malice here. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go through the little motions right now. And it doesn't really matter. I'm working on, essentially firming up the lawsuit. Okay. Hello. I've come for that piece of paper. That
Oh, you didn't
piece of
have it,
paper.
the one I gave you yesterday?
You didn't give it to me. You gave me an agenda form. You gave me an agenda form. Well, I'll go ahead and fill this out here. I have to go ahead and demonstrate criminal intent here. Let me see. What would you call that piece of paper? Am I going to get it today? I promised. If I fill it out now?
I said if you filled out the record request on yesterday, we would get it to you today.
Okay, that is what it is. So essentially, I'm not going to get it today.
Right.
Okay, fine. I just want to know. You do understand is that you can be held criminally and civilly liable for this. Then, okay? All right. I understand that. All right.
It says everything I put on my form, Martin. It's
Uh,
always been this way. You've always done it.
No. I haven't always done it that way. Essentially, the things on there is a public record. It should be given upon me upon request. Not play the game afterwards that you're going to go ahead and give it to me. Anyway, let me go ahead and right now let you take care of this jumping here. Okay? Yeah. I'm dealing with these liars and criminals here, and I got to document everything. Okay?
Hi.
All right.
I'm gonna pay my, the pastor. We've been receiving the common law wife died Monday.
Posted. Let's see. February. Views. Show. Granby. Incompetence.
We'll start shop. Yeah. I'll go ahead and leave this part on since it's your march.
Okay.
Joyce.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sorry to hear about your loss.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. So when was that notice of public hearing first posted? Was it
I'm
posted?
not sure, I'm not the one that posted it.
Okay, who did it?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Don't recall. That's smart here. Was it posted 48 hours in advance, like Travis Gamble likes to say, like, insinuating you go sneak in, or?
I already said I'm not sure when it was posted, because I'm the one that posted it.
So it was posted yesterday, though, when I asked for it, correct?
It was that way?
Okay. And you went ahead and gave me well, you didn't give me this form, you gave me some other form. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and present it to you. I'm going to go ahead and put in the time. It is what, 35? That way you can get your story straight here, later on when you're called upon to testify in your own defense. And let me see, today is the 27th, February, 018. And, are you gonna willfully refuse to go ahead? I can give you no time. Are you gonna willfully refuse to go ahead and give me what is supposed to be a public record, which was posted at least yesterday? Essentially, am I gonna get a willful refusal right now?
Martin, we say that we have so many hours to do that.
I know, that's essentially what you're playing here, is that you.
Procedure that I was told to follow. So.
Okay, so in short, willful refusal to go ahead and give me a copy of a public record which was posted at least today, which is supposed to be a public record, correct? Willful refusal. I'm asking for it,
I
before
don't have
now.
time to do that right now.
Well, I could just give it to you right
I don't
now.
have time right now, thank you.
You have plenty of time, what else are you doing? You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything.
You don't know that.
All right, well, I do know, here, folks, I want, essentially, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to go ahead and notice that she doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to go ahead and I could go ahead and just simply take that notice and she could go ahead and make a copy. You know what I mean? Right now. Essentially what they're doing is that they're just doing a whole bunch of crooked stuff here. And then they get caught. They get caught out in a lie. And then the city police, chief here, who's also in on this corruption here, he has to go ahead and verify that they don't know when the hell this occurred. Essentially, I was told I would be given it yesterday. And according to, this is a willful, deliberate, malicious interpretation to go ahead and try to cover themselves up. Sooner or later, I will get that. But by then, it will be simply noticed here that they refuse to do it. I don't have any problem against the people who are trying to go ahead and get a trailer house. I just believe that ordinary people, and folks, you elect me South Ward City Councilman, I swear I will send everyone who works at City Hall to prison, or at least go ahead and fire them. You know what I mean? Because they don't serve the city of Granby. They serve themselves. They serve Barry Flint. They serve the Styrens. They do not serve the people of Granby. They have no intention of serving the people of Granby. They have no intention of obeying any laws. All these here wonderful things about democracy and a republic. Essentially, you have a bunch of scumbags and carpetbaggers who don't even live in Granby. Essentially hired at the, essentially the whim of essentially old Travis Gamble, who, relatively recently come back, and he's going to go ahead and give us, well, I guess crooked government like he's seen it practiced in Joplin or whatever here. He doesn't really care for the people of Granby. He just cares for himself and to enrich the people there here. And they can't even obey the letter or the spirit of the Missouri Sunshine Act here. That thing, that piece of paper is sitting right there. Essentially, I was told I would get it yesterday, but they wanted to play a game. It should have been in the city council packets. If it is in the city council packets, that means that the city council critters, Tim Murphy, who doesn't want to run again.
We weren't in the city, that was not in the city council packet.
Oh.
You asked for the city council packet, that's not in the city council packet.
Okay, well, are you going to go ahead and put it in the city council packet?
I already gave you the city council packet.
Okay, you going to put it in their city council packet?
It's not in theirs either.
Are you going to give it to them later? You guys go ahead and keep on adding stuff to it later on.
They don't have.
But at least Cara's beginning to learn something here.
Martin,
Yep.
go on.
Why?
We follow the same protocol with every records request, whether it's you or anybody else.
I was told about you.
So
I was
if
told about
you're
you. I
done
did yesterday.
and you have filled out your request, which you did not do, then you can leave. We'll fill the request. We have 48 hours at least to do so.
Well, essentially, case law
You
says
can
if you are deliberately. Well, here's one
No,
right
you're
around.
not deliberate to it,
This is not the feed store. You don't own this place. This is not the feed store. Anyway, I'm simply making a campaign video here. See, Lawna, I mean, essentially, this is just simply a means of enriching the feed store. Some more stuff here. Enrich the sirens, enrich the Flints here through racketeering of not allowing people to go ahead and put a trailer house on their own property. And so what they do is that here's Lawna. I guess she thinks this is a feed store. This is not the feed store. Martin is essentially doing a video, a campaign video. Martin is doing a campaign video. Martin is doing a campaign video. Essentially, she's calling for the crooked cops to go ahead and, I guess she thinks this is a feed store. Is this the feed store? This don't look like the feed store. There's a lot of hogs here, but this is not the feed store. A lot of hogs here, but there's not the feed store. Huh?
It's not your living room either.
I didn't say it was.
It's a place of business.
Okay.
You have to act like it.
Well, okay, you can go ahead and act like it. You could go ahead and give me. Wait, you don't have any time. You have time to argue with me, but you don't have time to just simply make a 10-cent copy? I mean, the easiest thing to do is just go ahead and give me the copy.
Are you going to harass us until we...
I'm not harassing you criminals. I'm just simply asking you to do your job according to law.
Our office policy, you can leave now.
Okay, well, what happens? This is not the feed store. I don't know what your office policy is, but I'll go ahead and wait. And essentially,
If it's the feed store, you'd have been thrown out on your head.
I know. That's why I don't go to the feed store.
Thank God.
You know what I mean? Thank God. I mean, I urge pretty well everybody who's interested in honest government to not go to the feed store at all. I mean, if they don't go to the feed store,
And Curtis too, I'm sure.
if they don't go to the feed store here, to see the hogs there. Hello. Okay. Jacob, I want to make a criminal complaint against Lawna and Cara because essentially they are violating Missouri law 610. I mean, essentially, I went ahead and asked for that copy there, and they said they'd give it to me yesterday. They handed me the wrong form. So I was like, come in there, and I just simply asked it for the 10-cent copy that's sitting right there. But they claim they're so busy, they just got to call the police to get you involved in their criminal thing.
Okay, so like, wait a minute.
I want a copy of this. Essentially, they're playing all sorts of games. I just want a 10-cent copy of this.
Take a picture of it?
No, I want a copy of it, 10-cent copy. And they want, essentially, Lawna wants to go ahead. I guess she thinks this is a feed store. This ain't the feed store.
And
Well,
so
this was essentially, they went through the dog and pony show. I asked, here, just give me the dime for it here. You know what I mean? I'll give you a dime, you just give it to me. Well, they keep saying, Councilman, you gotta ask for that here. So Cara gave me the wrong form. So I came down here, and essentially they're playing the game that I have to wait 72 hours for them to go ahead and give me that, after which it will be, essentially a moot point. You know what I mean? Essentially, I want what is posted right now, and they pretend they don't know when they posted it. Essentially, I want just the 10-cent copy. I'm willing to pay 10 cents. Just take it out there and copy it right now.
and you leave?
Yeah, I'll leave after I get the 10-cent copy. No need for you to go further in trouble. Oh, did I tell you the dog and pony show on Wednesday? Here, I'll
Give
tell
me
you
a
afterwards. Okay. See? That would have just been so much easier. You called the police for me to get a 10-cent copy.
Martin, hush.
Hush, what? I mean, hell, this ain't the feed store, and I don't listen to the hogs at the feed store. Yeah. You want that?
Do you need a receipt?
Yeah, Yeah, well, that'd be nice. Here, let me go ahead and get a receipt for it. Okay. All right.
That one there.
Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful when essentially even the hogs at the feed store who worked at the city
Okay,
council,
okay.
let me go ahead and
Let's keep it
yeah,
simple.
go ahead and get me a receipt here. Yeah, I mean, this is a major victory you characters won. I ain't stalking anybody. Said I'd leave after I get what I come down here for, which should have been given to me yesterday. I'm essentially there here. I waited from 9 o'clock was there. And essentially, your idiot city attorney didn't show up till after 12 here. So essentially, I'm looking at Greg Egan and the lawyers go through that, mess with them here. And I said, well, you should call him. Okay, let me put the time on. What time is this? What?
4:45.
4:46 p.m. 27th. Wait, 201. Okay, please go ahead and gather up my stuff here. That's all I need to go ahead. Anyway, what happens is that the idiot lawyer went ahead and he showed it to Dwayne Cooper, another lawyer, another fat lawyer. Essentially, what happens is that he just had the little soilet, he had the little, it's called among cucks here, it's called the cuck face. Essentially, he looks like a macaque monkey with a big old grin like a submissive one. All he was able to do, that he was able to do.
Hang on, something's blowing away over here.
Probably another one. All he was able to do, all he was able to do was just go ahead and make stupid people. I mean, monkey faces here. We call it the soilet grin or the cuck face here, you know what I mean? Because his mouth is wide open and he's showing all his teeth here. It's sort of like the monkey is yesterday submissive here, before or after the anal sex here. But anyway, all he could do is just sort of sit. And here it was, I went ahead and filed a motion essentially asking the case to be dismissed as unconstitutional on certain things. So then I went ahead and I asked that essentially the Granby Municipal Court, essentially that lawyer be disbarred. So essentially treason. And the Granby Municipal Court be essentially shut down. Essentially, he didn't know what the hell to do. He didn't know what to tell people he was doing. So here I have to be charged with statutory trial. The guy says, hey, it's the hell of a deal getting charged with statutory trial. My faggot came like you, and he said, I'm going to put you in jail for a week. And after a week, you're going to be back here to answer. And I says, yes, but after a week, I will not be a gentleman, but you'll still be a faggot, you know. And so what happens is that Copeland was there. It was this big time because I ran against him the year previously for sheriff, and so he was so mad he wanted to throw me through the plate glass window. But essentially, criminals actually going ahead and are releasing a whole bunch of criminals on their own recognizance. But your idiot lawyer, all he could do is just look at it, stare at it, and look at it, and stare at it, and then show it to Dwayne Cooper, and Dwayne Cooper didn't look like, you know, he was, oh my God, you're messing with Lindstedt here. I mean, essentially, there's a fat lawyer there. All he could do, he has no idea what the hell to do here. The reason for this little escapade here is I don't have a problem with this person getting a trail house. That's always been my position.
Right, it's because of the other.
It's because they don't obey their own damn laws.
Well, you'll get your chance, I guess, to say something tonight. I don't know what though.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'll just simply, you know, essentially, Lawna, she told me, well, you gotta leave. Lawna, this is not the feed store. This is not the feed store. Essentially, what happens is there has been cases to where, you know, sure,
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Okay.
All right, see you at 6:30. Okay, it is what? No, not quite 5. Still victory.